Before we start today's video, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below. Use code Ahsoka in all caps to get $7 off your order. May the Force be with you, and enjoy the vid.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have some major Star Wars video game updates and news here, as it does appear that SAG-AFTRA is going on strike once again. This time it is video game voice actors though. However, what does this mean for Star Wars games and with the future of Star Wars video games is exactly what we're going to be discussing in today's video. We're going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, breaking it all down for you guys, everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. I also think it's worth noting of the importance of this, because this could unfortunately also affect mainstream like TVs and movies as well. Even though we just got over that Screen Actors Guild from last year with their strikes that was going on, not just that, but also the WGA, the Writers Guild of America last year as well. They could very well unfortunately go on another strike once again. This time around, as I had mentioned, it's video game voice actors though, however, but as I am getting at, it could bleed off onto other sanctions essentially. There was also a bit of a rumor that was going on is that other like additional crew members under G&E's union, essentially like extra crew members for set productions, would also kind of be threatening to go on strike as well sometime this year. So that definitely would impact TV and movie shows trying to go up around this time and for this year here as well. Unfortunately, I'll touch on that a little bit in this video, but I'm not 110% like really sure on everything that's going on with that, to be honest with you guys. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from one of my favorites out there, StarWarsNewsStat.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well as an overall garnering source. So the Screen Actors Guild America Federation of Television and Radio Artists, or better known as SAG-AFTRA, will be on strike starting on Friday, July 26th against 10 of the biggest developers and publishers in the video game industry specifically, one of which will be familiar to Star Wars fans unfortunately. Though the video game companies were given plenty of warning at this point, as the negotiations went on for over a year at this point it seems, the strike has officially gone ahead and is underway as negotiations run over the use of course, you guessed it, AI. The guild members said in a recent statement officially, in quote, although agreements have been reached on many issues important to SAG-AFTRA members, the employers refuse to plainly affirm in clear and enforceable language that they will protect all performers covered by this contract in their AI language. Any game looking to employ SAG-AFTRA talent to perform covered work must sign onto this new tiered budget independent interactive media agreement, the interim interactive media agreement, or the interim interactive localization agreement. These agreements offer critical AI protections for members. Ending that quote right there. So what is exactly going on here with the strikes here? Who do we kind of know here? You know, be kind of a part of, like, for a galaxy far, far away video games, it's definitely EA. But the full list of companies that are kind of being on strike, or that are having people go on strike against them essentially, includes Activision, Blindlight, Disney Character Voices, EA, Electric Arts Production, Epic Games, Formosa Interactive, Insomniac Games, Take-Two Productions, VoiceWorks Productions, and WB Games as well. These, of course, are some of the biggest companies within the industry, but Star Wars fans may also specifically recognize EA, which also owns Respawn Entertainment, the company that made and is responsible for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and as well Star Wars Jedi Survivor, as well as the third installment of the franchise for the Star Wars Jedi video games that is supposed to go underway sometime this year. Should any Star Wars game be shooting at the moment, or be in active development, or like be doing voiceover work, currently, development would be disrupted for them for the duration of the strike. Of course, no brainer there, with no actors available to record performances. This might include the third game in the Star Wars Jedi series starring Cameron Monaghan, as I had mentioned, who revealed a few months ago at this point that work has begun on that video game, even as it lost its creative director, Stig Asomum, who had also worked on the first two video games. So Star Wars, Jedi, its third installment, is a little shaky already from the get-go, and now you have the strikes kind of coming in here and kind of putting things on a bit of a halt. Also in the real-time strategy game, also coming from Respawn and EA as well. We don't know much about this strategy video game, but of course that it is related to Star Wars, and for the fact of that it's a strategy game. We also have reached out to AA for further comments on these implications for Star Wars. We'll see what they say from there. Their article reads, anyone looking forward to next year's Star Wars Outlaws video game as well can breathe a sigh of relief, as that is looking to release in just about a month. It would appear that no one will be striking against Ubisoft, actually, which is the developer that's responsible for Star Wars Outlaws. Even then, I think that they would have dodged it by that, because the video game's already done and it's ready for its release in next month in August. Star Wars Outlaws does have one more month to go before its release. It was recently featured on Thursday's panel at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm pretty confident that we'll have more about that at D23 in August. That's kind of how Disney goes about it, is they do a lot of their superhero things, which is pretty much everything Marvel Studios at San Diego Comic-Con with Hall H, by which if you are a Marvel fan, we have our Marvel channel linked in the description down below. There's been some huge reveals and announcements, of course, in the recent for Marvel Studios, so definitely check out all of those videos over on that channel if you haven't already. And then pretty much Disney Lucasfilm will hold off all their other announcements, really specifically Star Wars, Pixar, and all their other IPs for D23's event that takes place in August. Audrey Cooling, a spokesperson for the gaming publishers, also says in a recent statement, in quote, "We are disappointed that the union has chosen to walk away when we are so close to a deal, and we remain prepared to resume negotiations. We have already found common ground on 24 out of 25 proposals, including historic wage increases and additional safety provisions. Our offer is directly responsive to SAG-AFTRA's concerns and extends meaningful AI protections that include requiring consent and fair compensation to all performers working under the IMA. These terms are among the strongest in the entertainment industry." Ending that quote right there. They're pretty much doing the same agreements and the same negotiations that the SAG-AFTRA had did last year with TV and with movie companies, essentially, and studios last year. So really, if for anything, it sounds like all of these different gaming companies are able to come forward. They're ready to come forward and make those negotiations, make those proposals, essentially, and clear the air with the unions. It's more or less, honestly, unfortunately, it sounds like it's SAG-AFTRA that isn't kind of reaching out that hand and wanting to make those amends as well. Of course, I'll continue to keep you guys updated with this, not just that, but all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.